deal, and I've got my shiny new business line of credit. What's next?
Oh.
How do I manage this thing effectively and avoid all those pitfalls we talked about earlier?
Great question. Responsible management is key. It's like a high-performance sports car. It can take you to amazing places, but you need to know how to handle it properly.
Okay, so give me the keys to responsible credit line management. What's step one?
Setting clear internal policies. This is crucial for staying disciplined and making sure everyone in your organization is on the same page.
So no more free-for-all where anyone can just borrow money whenever they want.
Right. You need clear guidelines for who has access, what they can use it for, and how much they can borrow. It's like a financial constitution for your business.
I like that. A financial constitution. Sounds important. What else should be in this rule book?
You might want to have a multi-step approval process for larger withdrawals to prevent any impulsive spending. It's like a system of checks and balances.
Checks and balances. That's a great way to put it. What other tips do you have for keeping my credit line usage under control?
Well, remember that credit utilization ratio we talked about. Monitoring that is key. It helps you stay on top of your financial health.
So I should be checking my credit utilization regularly, like I check my email or social media.
Exactly. And aim to keep that ratio below 30%. That's the sweet spot for a healthy credit score. And it shows lenders that you're using credit responsibly.
30%, got it. What other strategies can help me manage this effectively?
Make sure you're only borrowing what you need, when you need it. Unlike a term loan where you get a lump sum, a line of credit lets you borrow smaller amounts as they're needed. It's like a faucet you can turn on and off.
So no need to max out the credit line just because I can.
Right. Only borrow what's absolutely necessary. That helps minimize interest charges and keeps more of your credit available for later.
Okay, makes sense. Speaking of strategy, let's talk about those smart repayment strategies again. How can I make sure I'm paying back the money in a way that works for my business?
Remember those timely payments. That's rule number one. Late payments can really mess things up.
So set those reminders,
Yeah.
automate those payments, and make it a top priority.
Exactly. And if you have the extra cash, those extra payments can really help. They reduce the principal faster, which means you pay less interest overall.
It's like taking a shortcut to being debt-free.
I like that. And don't forget about syncing your payments with your cash flow. If you know you'll have slower months, adjust your payments accordingly.
Working with my business's rhythm.
Exactly.
Now, what about those fixed repayment schedules? Are those a good fit for businesses that like more predictability?
Definitely. Fixed schedules can keep you on track. It's like having a roadmap. You know exactly what you need to pay each month, and you can budget for it.
It's like a financial GPS guiding me toward my destination.
Precisely. And remember that laddering strategy we talked about, using the line of credit for short-term needs and then paying it down quickly? That can help you manage your credit utilization, keep your credit score healthy, and make sure you have access to those funds again in the future.
Okay, so I've got all these great strategies. But what if, after all this, I decide a business line of credit isn't right for me? What are my other options?
Well, there are actually a ton of other options out there. It's like a whole buffet of financial tools. You can pick and choose what works best for you.
Ooh, a financial buffet.
Oh.
Love it. What's on the menu?
Well, we've talked a bit about term loans already. Those are good for businesses that need a big chunk of money up front for a specific purpose, like buying equipment or renovating a space. They usually have lower interest rates than lines of credit, but they also have stricter requirements and less flexibility with repayments.
So term loans are like a big 5-course meal. Good if you're really hungry, but not so much if you just want a quick snack.
That's a great way to put it. And if you're more of a grazer, invoice financing might be more your style. It's a way to get access to the cash that's tied up in your unpaid invoices. Basically, you sell those invoices to a company at a discount, and they give you a portion of the money right away.
So it's like getting paid early, but with a little bit of a fee.
Exactly. But those fees can be pretty high, so you got to weigh the pros and cons. Then there are merchant cash advances. Those are more for businesses with lots of credit card sales, like retail stores or restaurants.
So if I'm selling smoothies or shoes, a merchant cash advance might work.
It could. Get a lump sum up front, and then you pay it back with a percentage of your future credit card sales.
So it's kind of like a bet on how well your business is going to do.
In a way, yeah.
But what if sales slow down? Those daily repayments could get pretty tough.
That's true. You definitely need to factor in those potential ups and downs and make sure those daily payments won't hurt your cash flow.
Okay, good point.
Oh, and we can't forget about crowdfunding.
Ah, yes, crowdfunding, where everyone chips in a little bit to help you reach your goal. When does that make sense?
Crowdfunding is a great option if you want to tap into a wider pool of funders. and get people excited about your business. It works really well for businesses with a strong online presence or a really compelling story.
But it's not a guarantee, right? You have to work hard to build a good campaign.
Absolutely. You need a solid plan and a great pitch, and you need to build a community around your project. There's always the risk you won't reach your goal. But if you're passionate and you can get people excited, crowdfunding can be a really powerful tool.
Okay, so we've got term loans for those big financial meals, invoice financing for the grazers, merchant cash advances for the go-getters, and crowdfunding for the community builders. So many options. How do I choose the right one?
That's the big question, isn't it? And the answer, as with most things in business, is it depends. It depends on what you need, your financial situation, your risk tolerance, and your long-term goals.
It's all about finding the right fit.
Exactly. And remember, you don't have to figure this out all by yourself. There are resources out there to help you compare options and make the best decision for your business.
Okay, so I've got my financial toolbox and a guide to help me navigate it.
Right.
What's the most important thing to keep in mind as I explore these options?
Do your research, ask questions, and don't be afraid to negotiate. You have the power to make the best financial decisions for your business.
And whatever path you choose, make sure it aligns with your values and your goals.
Absolutely.
All about finding that funding that helps you grow and achieve your dreams.
Exactly. And remember, we're here to support you along the way.
Awesome. Thanks for all the great advice.
You're welcome.
So, folks, we've explored the ins and outs of business lines of credit. We've uncovered those potential pitfalls, and we've even mapped out some alternative paths to funding your business.
We've talked about responsible credit management, the power of negotiation, and the exciting innovations shaping the future of financing.
Knowledge is power, and with the right information, you can make confident decisions. That will help your business thrive.
So go out there, explore your options, and choose the path that's right for you. We're cheering you on.
Thanks for joining us on The Deep Dive. We'll see you next time for another deep dive into the world of business and finance.